maybe marked as you. And what I'm trying to understand, why those photos did not find their way into your album 7 or in Colonel Vermeulen's report to show the matching with the top mark.
Hy sê wat hy nie kan verstaan nie, hoekom het hy foto's nie plek gekry in die foto album nummer 7 of die kolonel Vermeulen se verslag om daai dienste meer aan te dui nie.
Eerlik, ek kan nie oor kolonel Vermeulen se getuienis iets sê of daaroor getuig nie. Dit is nie my gebied van expertise nie.
My lady, I can't comment upon Colonel Vermeulen's testimony or say something about it. It's not my expertise.
Die feit dat die foto waarna verwys word nie in die album nommer 7 is wat ek saamgestel het.
And the fact that this photo album is not in photo album number 7, which I compiled.
Dat dit van belang is vir die verdediging.
That being important for the defense.
Kan ek nie opgetuig
that I can't testify upon.
Om te sê hoekom kolonel Vermeulen nie die foto as belangrik geag het om in die album te sit nie.
And I can't say as to why Colonel Vermeulen didn't deem that photo to be important in order to place it inside the photo album.
I thought you compiled this album 7.
Ek was onder die indruk dat meneer die album al gesteel het.
Eerder soos ek getuig het ek gesê ek het die album, die foto's gekies, die album opgestel.
My lady, as I testified, I'm the one who compiled this album and I'm also the one who chose the photos.
Met konsultasie met kolonel Vermeulen.
Upon consultation with Colonel Vermeulen.
Om die foto's te kies wat vir hom van belang sal wees om die album saam te stel.
In order for him to choose the photos which he deemed to be important in compiling the album.
So must I understand from this that Colonel Vermeulen selected the photos and did not tell you to include this photo that's shown on the screen and other photos matching the bat with that mark, the top?
Dat hy die ene kies wat hy foto's gekies het, sonder om vir my te sê wat hy in die album geplaas het, sowel as wat hy die passings met die bet gemaakt het.
Dis korrek, hierdie foto's in die album 7 is wat ooreengekom is om in die album in te sit.
That is correct, my lady. Those photos which are depicted in photo album number 7 are the ones we consulted with.
Well, I don't think with respect it was agreed to. My understanding is Vermeulen told you what he wanted in this album.
Volgens sê
and you just obliged.
Wat hy afgestaan het. Colonel Vermeulen is die ene wat hom neer gesê het. Wat wil hy hê? Toe stem hy maar net saam met die wat hy gesê het.
Eerder is woordspeling. Ek en kolonel Vermeulen ooreengekom. Dis my manier van dit sê. Ons het saam na die foto's gekyk. Hy het my indikasie gegee wat hy wil hê. Ons het daaroor ooreengekom.
Maar lady, I'll say Colonel Vermeulen and I came to an agreement. We consulted with each other and he gave me an indication as to which photos I should use. And there's the photos we used, my lady.
Now, in reaching this agreement, what did you agree about this photo? Why should it not go in? The one that's now being shown on the screen. There are others as well. This is just a sample of it. How did it come about that you agree not to put it in?
Hoe het gekom dat julle ooreenstem, maar julle nie die foto in die album plaas nie? Enetjie.
Kolonel Vermeulen het nie aan my gesê om die foto in die album te plaas nie.
Colonel Vermeulen didn't tell me. He said this picture in the album.
En ons het daaroor ooreengekom dat ek hom nie gaan inplaas nie.
And we agreed upon the fact that we will not insert it in the photo album.
So let me understand. Did he say to you, don't put that in the album?
Hy het gesê moenie die in die album insit nie.
Eerder, dis vir my weer woordspeling. Hou moet vir my gesê Die foto moet nie inkom nie. Dit is nie direk dat die foto glad nie in die album moet voorkom nie.
Herhaal wie? Nee, hoe het hy gesê?
Hy het gesê dit is die kolonel het nie vir my gesê dat die foto glad nie in die album mag voorkom nie.
My lady, the colonel didn't tell me that this photo shouldn't appear in the album at all. Yeah.
Die kolonel het gekyk na die foto's wat vir hom belangrik is
The colonel looked at the photos which were important to him,
en vir my gesê dis die foto's wat hy graag in die album sal wil hê.
and he said these are the photos I would like to be inserted in the album.
En dit is waaroor ons ooreengekom het
And
dat
that was
ek die
the
foto's
agreement we
sal
came
insit.
upon, that we would insert such and such photos in the album.
So in this case, it was not a matter that you selected the photos to go into the album.
Op die
He
stadium-
told you what he wanted in and you obliged.
Op die slag was het niet van die foto's wat hij wou gebruiken in die album. Nee, dus hij wat voor mij gezien wat er foto's moeten in die album moet gaan.
Ons het saam deur die foto's gegaan
We
eerlik
went through the photos together, my lady.
en ons het ooreengestem dat
Came to an agreement
dit die foto's is wat ons in die album gaan plaas
that these are now the photos we'll be using in the album,
wat hy aangetoon het
which were depicted,
wat vir hom belangrik is.
being important to him, my lady.
Lady, may I have the photo back with the undertaking that I will make copies of that? There are images on screen, but because it's marked as exhibit, a number of photos will follow that one.
Okay.
Just for housekeeping, and we'll hand it back.
Yes, you may take it back. Thank you.
I have no further questions to this witness.
Yes, Mr. Nell?
As the court pleases, my lady. Mr. van Staden, on your photographs, is there any photograph where you can see Colonel Motta on your photographs?
Meneer, aan uw foto's, of op uw foto's, is daar een foto waar u kolonel Motta kan zien.
Nee, eerlik.
Nou, my lady,
What did you give the defense yesterday?
wat heb je die verdediging gegeven, of hoe randig?
Memory stick
A memory stick, my
foto's is.
lady, containing photos,
And that's all the photos.
al die foto's.
Dis korrek, eerlik.
That is correct, my lady.
What do you mean, all the photos?
Not only the photos in the album, also outside of the album.
Niet slechts die foto's wat in die album is, nie, ook andere foto's van buiten.
Al die foto's wat in die album is en al my oorspronklike foto's.
All
wat
the
ek geneem
photos
het.
contained in the albums and all the original photos I took, my lady.
Good. Now, interesting observation by Mr. Roux.
Hier is een belangrijke observatie wat hier meneer Roux gemaakt
He
heeft.
pointed image 5370 of Colonel Motta's photographs to you.
Hij heeft nu foto nummer 5370 van kolonel Motta aan u getoond.
And he indicated that you and Colonel Motta must have been in the same passage.
En hij heeft aangeduid dat u en kolonel Motta in diezelfde gang moesten wezen.
Verstaan julle?
Do you see yourself there?
Zien die zelf hier dan?
Nee, julle.
No, my lady.
With leave of the court, may I just look at the screen behind me? But the cartridge case you can see on 5370, am I right?
Maar ik kan dus die patroon op 5370 zien, nee.
Dis korrek, julle.
Dat is correct, my lady.
On the same time you took a close-up
Op diezelfde stadium met u aan naar die foto genomen, nee.
at photograph 82 of your album.
Op foto 82 van die album.
Dis korrek, julle.
Dat is correct, my lady.
Can we just go back to 5370?
Kom ons keer terug naar 5370.
To take that close-up, you must be visible on that photograph,
Om
5370.
een nabij foto van die foto te nemen, dan moet u op die foto's verstaan, zeg niet?
Dis korrek, ja, julle.
Dat is correct, my lady.
The hole in the door, the main door to the bedroom. You took a photograph on the 14th of that.
Ten opzichte van die gehouwer van die
Am I right?
hoofkamer se deur. Jy het 'n foto van dit geneem, sê ek nie?
Korrek eerlik.
Correct, my lady.
Let's go to 41.
Kom ons gaan na 41 toe.
When was that photograph then?
Wanneer was die foto geneem?
Op die 14de Februarie 2013 eerlik.
On the 14th of February 2013, my lady.
41.
41.
Slide 41.
Slide
Ja.
41.
Ja, foto 41.
Just say the time again. What
Dat
time?
was het?
Dit was op die 14de Februarie 2013 om 12:06.
Okay.
My lady, it was on the 14th of February 2013 at 12:06.
I was confused. I thought 2013, the time, but it's 12:06.
12:06.
Dis
nee.
korrek eerlik.
Correct, my lady.
And then on the next day, at photograph 40, you took a photograph of that same mark again.
En die volgende dag, die foto nummer 40, het u ook een foto, diezelfde foto genomen, nee.
Dis korrek eerlik.
Correct, my lady.
Now, Mr. Van Staden, if you were both in the bathroom, you and Colonel Motta, how did you miss him on your photograph?
Nee, als die samen kan hulle motor, als beide van jullie in die badkamer geweest het, hoe het u hem gemist? In die foto.
Eerlik, soos ek getuig het, was ek alleen geweest en die foto's geneem terwyl ek alleen in die badkamer was.
My lady, as I indicated, I was alone in the bathroom, and when I took the photos in the bathroom, I was still alone.
Now, have you had a look at Colonel Motta's photograph?
Ek het eerlik,
I did, my lady.
Could you see yourself or not?
Kon meneer die zelf zien, in die foto's van kolonel Motor.
nee eerlik.
No, my lady.
Was there agreement between the two of you not to make sure that you're not on each other's photographs?
Was dat die overeenstemming wat met jullie hier tegenkomen? Dat jullie twee bij geen eenste aan foto moet samen wees nie?
Nee eerlik.
No, my lady.
Now, you were asked and you were shown a photograph. Now, I don't have the image number, but the photograph was taken by Colonel Motta at 6:25, and you were shown that some certain creases of the mat.
Hij is
different.
niet bestaan van die foto nie, maar daar was een foto wat aan neergetoon was. Die foto was om 6:25 genomen. Dat was omtrent die placing op die mat.
Can you remember that?
Hier, ja,
I
eerlik.
remember that photo, my lady.
By 6:25, what happened to that phone?
Wat het van die foon geword dan 6:25?
Na ek 'n foto van die foon geneem is eerlik, is die foon opgetel deur ouwe Botha.
My lady, after I took a photo of that cell phone, it was then picked up by warrant officer Botha
From under that mat.
van onder hy mat.
Dis korrek eerlik.
That is correct, my lady.
Now, if we just have a look at the bat.
Ons kyk naar die bed.
But let me just first rephrase the question. You were, Mr. Roep put to you, that bat moved millimeters.
Hy sê meneer Roe het aan u gestel dat hy bed millimeters al geskryf is.
Dis reg eerlik.
That is correct, my lady.
He put to you that the scene was changed because there was one crease where the gun is. Was not visible on a photograph taken at 6:25.
Hy verander was omdat daar gekwekel was aan die mat.
Dis reg eerlik.
Correct, my lady.
I have to go through everything. He put to you that on the 16th, the scene was changed and the fan was moved.
En hy sê op die 16de was die toneel verander en die waier was geskuif.
Dis korrek, eerlik.
Dit is korrek, my
He
lady.
put to you that the sandals were moved.
En hy sê die sandale was ook geskuif.
Dis korrek, eerlik.
Korrek, my lady.
On the morning when you took photographs, did you move anything?
Op die oggend toe u foto's geneem het,
which
het u
morning?
enige iets
Oh, the 14th, the first photographs taken. Did you move something?
Op die 14de, die eerste maal toe u foto's geneem het, is daar iets wat meneer daar geskryf het.
Nee, eerlik.
Did you change the scene?
Het u die toneel verander?
Nee, eerlik.
No, my lady.
Let's look at the facts. Photograph 100.
Kom eens kyk na foto 100.
Yeah. And photograph, keep them both open, and I will also have them on the screen. Photograph 100 and 101. Can you have them both open?
101.
Just take the one out.
Ja.
Now, is that the same angle?
Is dit dieselfde hoek?
Nee, eerlik.
No, my lady.
In fact, a total different angle.
Dit is 'n totale verskillende hoek, nee.
Dis korrek,
Dit
eerlik.
is korrek, my lady.
Camera angle, that's what I'm talking
Van
about.
die camera.
You understood that?
Die hoek van die camera, ik verstaan het niet.
Dis korrek, eerlik.
Dit is korrek, my lady.
Let's look at other things. Now, in photograph 100,
Ik zeg, kom eens kijken naar andere dingen. Op foto 100,
at the left-hand edge of the bat,
aan die linker,
I'm going to ask that it be pointed out to you.
ik zal vragen naar het aan die
You see
aangeduid
that?
wordt.
Ek sien dit, eerlik.
Ja,
A blood spot there.
zie je ja, bladkolletjie daar.
Dis korrek,
Bloedkolletjie.
eerlik.
Yes.
Let's go to 101.
Kom eens gaan naar 101 toe.
Can you see that same blood spot?
Kan je zien je diezelfde bloedkollen?
Ek doen eerlik.
I do, my lady.
Let's have a look at the angle of the now on the angle, taking into account the angle, was that move?
Als we eens naar de hoek van die bed kijken, was hij bed geschreven niet?
Nee, eerlik.
No, my lady.
You see, let's go back to 100.
Kom eens keer terug naar 100.
Have a look at the handle of the bat.
Kijk naar die handvat zelf van
You
die
see
kolf.
where that yellow piece is torn
Zien
off.
meneer dat waar haar geel materiaal gescheerd is?
Ek doen eerlik.
I do, my lady.
Do you see that there's also where that is a edge of a tile.
Dus ik denk dat is die steken van die tiel, nee.
You see the fold in the yellow on the left-hand side of the handle.
Ik gezegd, zien jullie die vol van die, aan die linkerkant van die kolf?
Dis korrek, eerlik.
Correct, my lady.
Look at this from a different angle in 101.
Kijk naar dat van een verschillende hoek. Op 101.
Is it? Just the fold of that.
Nee, die vol van dat.
Is that the same?
Is dat diezelfde?
Dis korrek, eerlik.
The same, my lady.
So, let us just get it. Give Mr. Rudy benefit of any doubt. That bat was moved millimeters.
Kom en sê, ons stem ooreen met die wat meneer Roe gesê het. Die bed was voor een paar millimeter geschreven, nee.
No.
Is hij verkeerd?
It wasn't in a different place.
Het was niet op een verschillende plek, nee.
Nee, eerlik.
No, my lady.
Okay. One thing we know, that on the CDs you have with you, that's available to the defense,
Eén ding wat ons het, bij die series wat meneer het, wat nou in die verdedigingsbesit is,
a verification process was followed.
daar is een verificatieproces wat gevolgd was, nee.
Dis korrek, eerlik.
Dat is correct, my lady.
On the CDs that you will make available to the defense,
Aan die series wat u beschikbaar gaan maken aan die verdediging,
your photographs follow in sequence.
uw fotografen volgen sequence, nee.
Dis korrek, eerlik.
Dat is correct, my lady.
Now, the verification process on the CDs, who did that?
Nou, wie die verifikasieproses aan die studies gedoen?
Die klerk wat met die verifikasieproses werk, eerlik.
The clerk, my lady, who works with the verification processes.
So you didn't do the verification?
Ik heb die verificatieproces gedoen nie.
Nee, eerlik.
Nou, my lady.
Now, we've let you on the photograph of the sealing of the scene.
Ons het die gelei op die verseeling van die perseel.
May I just have a moment? My lady, I beg leave to lead new evidence, only about the collection of the bat and the door. I've neglected to do that. It's just on the collection of the bat and the door and what this witness did with it, as saying that as the exhibits that he collected.
Yes.
I would have no problem if Mr. Roo would cross-examine on that. I just neglected to do that yesterday.
Yes.
Who
granted.
seized the... Thank you, my lady. Who seized the bat?
Meneer, wie die kopstok gevat?
Ek, eerlik.
I did, my lady.
And what did you do with it?
En wat het meneer daarmee gedoen?
Ek het dit verseël in 'n forensiese seelsak, eerlik.
I sealed it in a forensic bag, my lady.
And?
En toe?
En 'n foto daarvan geneem in die seelsak.
And took a photo of it whilst it was inside the forensic bag.
And what did you do with it
En
then?
wat het meneer daarmee gedoen daarna?
Ek het dit dis deel van die versamelingsproses toe gevat waar ek dit in veilige bewaring geplaas het.
It was part of those that we were collected, my lady. I took them into my office and placed it in a safe place in my office.
And what did you do with it?
En wat het meneer
After that?
daarna gedoen?
Daarna het ek die bed na die forensiese afdeling gestuur vir analise.
I then sent the bed to the forensic analysis, my lady, to be analyzed.
And it was still in the same bag.
En dat was nog steeds in diezelfde forensische zak.
Dis korrek, heer.
That is correct, my lady.
I don't think it's in dispute, but the door was sealed on the 15th and taken from the scene.
Meneer, dat was niet een dispuut geplaatst. Die dier was op die 15e van februari van die toneel af weggenomen. Nee.
Dis korrek, eerlik.
That is correct, my lady.
It's not in dispute that the door was kept by Colonel van Rensburg.
En dat is ook niet een dispuut dat kolonel van Rensburg een bewaar was van die dieren.
Dis korrek, eerlik.
That is correct, my lady.
Did you collect the door from Colonel van Rensburg?
Het meneer die dier van kolonel van Rensburg gaan verzamelen.
Dis korrek, eerlik.
Correct, my lady.
And what was the condition of the door when you received it from Colonel van Rensburg?
En wat was de toestand van die dier toen je het van kolonel van Rensburg ontvangen?
Dit was in 'n bodybag met seal om die ritsluiters.
My lady, the door was placed inside the body bag with the zip of that body bag sealed up.
Okay, sealed. And you took photographs of that?
Het meneer een fotograaf van die dier genomen.
Ek het eerlik.
I did, my lady.
And what did you do with the door?
En wat het meneer met die dier gemaakt?
Ek het dit by die forensiese afdeling ingegee vir
I
analise.
also handed it over to the forensic people for analysis, my lady.
Thank you, my lady. I have nothing further.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Roo?
Lady, it's not a question on the new evidence. It's just one question on a photo of a person on the scene that was also dealt with. Where it was asked if someone else was on a photo taken by Colonel Mota. It's just one photo.
Yes.
Show to the witness. It is, may I ask, image 5365.
Photo 526.
Can you just maybe go closer to the hand, the glove there? What is the time? What is the time of this photo?
Hier laat was hy foto geneem as jy nou na daai hand aan die handskoen kyk. Die tyd toe hy foto geneem was.
0603 hier.
Ou seksouter my lady.
And it's a photo in the bathroom.
Dis 'n foto wat in die badkamer geneem is.
Dis korrek, Edele.
That is correct, my lady.
Who was? Do you know whose hand that is?
Wie se hand was dat? Wie se hand is hy?
Edele, ek kan nie sê aan wie behoort die hand deur na die foto te kyk nie.
Lady, I'm not in a position to say as to whose hand.
All it shows,
was by simply looking at that photo.
I understand it. All it shows that whoever took, well, it's Colonel Motta's photo, is that he was not alone in the bathroom.
Wat aanlei dat Colonel Motta of wie die persoon is wat hy, dat hy aan dat Colonel Motta nie alleen in die badkamer gewees het nie.
Ek kan nie daar
Well, you can see this. He's
Maar
not
lady, I can't
alone.
comment upon that.
I'm not asking you this. He's not alone.
Hy sê, hy is nie alleen nie.
dit mag so wees, Edele. Ek kan nie.
Might be so, my lady.
Who
Thank
took
you.
the photograph?
Wie die foto
Do
geneem?
we know who took it?
Colonel Motta.
Hulle sê Kolonel Motta.
Thank you.
I'm also instructed that when you take photos of the scene, that you don't take photos of the other persons. We've seen it on all the other photos. We don't see other members in photos.
Hy sê hy is ook instrukteer as nie foto's neem van die toneel, neem nie die foto's van ander mense nie. Dit sien ons by al die foto's.
Edele, ek konsentreer op die toneel, op die misdaadtoneel self.
My lady, I concentrate on the crime scene itself.
Die afneem van die toneel en bewysstukke.
The taking of photos of the scene itself as well as the exhibits.
As ek die vraag reg verstaan, of ek foto's neem van ander persone,
If I understand the question correctly as to whether I'm being asked whether I do take photos of other people or persons,
nee, Edele, dis nie my doel van 'n misdaadtoneel afneem nie.
then my response will be no, my lady. That is not the sole purpose of my taking photos at crime scenes.
Thank you, my lady.
Thank you. You want to re-examine Mr. Nell on that point?
Not at all, my lady.
Thank you. Warrant officer, did I get that right?
Dis
Yes, thank you very much for your assistance. You may be excused.
Ek sê baie dankie adjutant. Word nie verskoon.
dis 'n plesier, Edele, baie dankie.
It's a pleasure, my lady. Thank you very much.
Wait, please, court lady, we've wasted lots of court time today, but my next witness is a witness that will be very technical. I'm calling the ballistic expert next. I would prefer to do it first thing tomorrow morning, my lady. I will not be able to finish his evidence. I just think it would be better to have his evidence start and finish in one sitting. Taking into account, my lady, that we've wasted time. I have the witness here. I wasn't bold enough to ask him to leave, my lady, but if I have a request, it would be that we allow Captain Mangena to start his evidence at 9:30. I will make sure everybody's here fresh tomorrow morning.
You say the reason is because?
It's a technical witness, my lady. I would like to start and finish him off in one sitting. If I start now, I won't be finished by 3:30, my lady, and then we'll have to carry on tomorrow.
Yes, is that a disadvantage?
Yes, I do believe so, my lady.
Why?
As far as
Why?
I'm concerned, I think one should hear his evidence in.
Why is it a disadvantage? We have a record that is given to us every day.
As I said, my lady, that's what I would prefer. If the court said to call him now, I'll call him now.
I think we should call him now.
Then I do that.
Yes.
Captain Mangena.
het
And I can't
om in die
say-
album te sit nie.
And I can't say as to why Colonel Vermeulen didn't deem that photo to be important in order to place it inside the photo album.
I thought you compiled this album 7.
Ik was van de indruk dat meneer die album opgesteld had.
Eerder soos ek getuig het ek gesê ek het die album, die foto's gekies, die album opgestel.
My lady, as I testified, I'm the one who compiled this album, and I'm also the one who shows the photos.
Met konsultasie met kolonel Vermeulen
Upon consultation with Colonel Vermeulen,
om die foto's te kies wat vir hom van belang sal wees om die album saam te stel.
in order for him to choose the photos, which he deemed to be important in compiling the album.
So must I understand from this that Colonel Vermeulen selected the photos and did not tell you to include this photo that's now shown on the screen
Nou sal ons
and
dan
other photos matching the bat with that mark, the top
dat hy diegene kies wat hy foto's gekies het, sonder om vir my te sê wat hy in die album geplaas het, sowel as hy wat hy die passings met die bed gemaakt het.
Dis korrek julle, hierdie foto's in die album 7 is wat ooreengekom is om in die album in te sit.
That is correct, my lady. Those photos which are depicted in photo album number 7,
maybe marked as you. And what I'm trying to understand, why those photos did not find their way into your album 7 or in Colonel Vermeulen's report to show the matching with the top mark.
hy sê wat hy nie kan verstaan nie, hoekom het hy foto's nie plek gekry in die eerste foto album nummer 7 of die kolonel Vermeulen se verslag om daai dienste meer aan te dui nie.
Eerder ek kan nie oor kolonel Vermeulen se getuienis iets sê of daaroor getuig nie. Dit is nie my gebied van ekspertise nie.
My lady, I can't comment upon Colonel Vermeulen's testimony or say something about it. It's not my expertise.
Die feit dat die foto waarna verwys word nie in die album nommer 7 is wat ek saamgestel het,
And the fact that this photo album is not in the photo album number 7, which I compiled,
dat dit van belang is vir die verdediging,
that being important for the defense,
kan ek nie op getuig
that I can't testify upon.
om te sê hoekom kolonel Vermeulen nie die foto as belangrik geag het.
Are the ones we consulted with.
Well, I don't think, with respect, it was agreed to. My understanding is Vermeulen told you what he wanted in this album,
Volgens sê
and you just
wat
obliged.
hy opgestaan het, Colonel Vermeulen is die ene wat hom neer gesê het, wat wil hy hê, toe stem hy maar net saam met die wat hy gesê het.
Eerder is woordspeling. Ek en kolonel Vermeulen ooreengekom. Dis my manier van dit sê. Ons het saam na die foto's gekyk. Hy het my 'n indikasie gegee wat hy wil hê. Ons het daaroor ooreengekom.
My lady, I'll say Colonel Vermeulen and I came to an agreement. We consulted with each other